Hey guys, it's Jessie V. So once again, I have another very crazy college story to tell you guys, and I really am like hoping so much that the person I'm talking about doesn't watch this, if they even remember it, and you'll get what I mean by that in a second. But yeah, like I said before, I have been saving my college stories until now because it's been like, I think 3 years since I graduated, so enough time, I think, has passed. But before I get into this story, I do have a bit of a serious talk to have with you guys. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, which I think is like, there's about 50,000 people I think who follow me on Twitter. If you don't, definitely go there and follow me. Not just because like self-promo, but because I literally put my heart on Twitter. Like whenever I'm sad, depressed, angry, happy, like all of my emotions go onto my Twitter. So the people who follow me there literally know what's going on with my life. But I just wanted to say to those of you who saw what I was posting yesterday, I seemed really down and discouraged, and that is because for some reason YouTube has been demonetizing my videos in bulk. I literally have over 100 videos on my channel right now that are not monetized, and it was just random. Like it happened overnight, and day after day I get like 20 more demonetized, and it's like my whole channel is being shut down. So it's absolutely so discouraging, and it doesn't particularly make me excited to post right now because of what I'm getting back from YouTube, but because I love you guys and because I have to remember that yes, this still is my passion, I am still gonna post. It's just very confusing because this is literally a family channel. I've never broken like one YouTube rule since I have started, so it's just crazy that this is happening to me right now. I've been talking to creator support and we're really butting heads about this whole thing, so I will definitely update you when my channel has been fixed, if you can say. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna move on from this because it's so negative and I don't want to talk about negative stuff right now. Also, one exciting announcement, so this is the one good thing coming up from the bad, and it is that I was in an episode of a show called My 90-Year-Old Roommate, and that episode is coming out tomorrow. It's coming out at 12 p.m. EST. It's going to be on the CBC channel on YouTube, so if you want to go subscribe to them, I will put their channel down below in the description just so you're ready for when the episode posts tomorrow. But don't worry, I will also remind you about the episode tomorrow when it comes out, but it's really funny. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It was so much fun to film. All the cast was amazing, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Alright, so let's get into this story. I really hope I don't have any red lipstick on my teeth right now. I mean, technically this color is orange, but it looks red on camera, so. Alright, so I want to say that this happened in my second year of college. And this should definitely teach you guys a lesson, whether you're almost in university or maybe like going into high school or something like that. Let me just say, do not party all hours of the morning when you have a presentation to do, especially a final exam presentation. So when I was in college, I had a small group of friends because, as you know, I'm not outgoing enough to have tons of them. Online, you see me crazy, and yes, in real life, I am this way, but when I go and meet people, I'm a little bit held back at first, just a bit. But I did have a small group of friends, and there was this one guy in my group of friends. Let's call him... I'm trying to think of a name for him that starts with the first letter of his name, but nothing's coming to me right now. What in the world? I literally don't think there's another name that starts with his letter. There's gotta be. Come on. You know what? Let's just choose a totally different name. Let's call him Joey. Have I used Joey on this channel before? I feel like I did recently. It's okay. We're calling him Joey. So Joey loved to party. He loved to drink. He loved to just go out all hours of the night, even though we had school at like 7 in the morning the next day. But he did not really seem to care about that at all. In fact, you know what? I think this happened my first year of college because I find that when people go to college and university the first year, they just want to like party their head off, you know what I mean? They don't really care about school. They just want to like find their cliques and party. And like not everyone's like that, like maybe like 70% of people are. But I feel like I got all of that out of my system in high school. I mean, like I didn't like drink a ton or party a lot, but I still went to some parties and I still had that sort of scene in high school. So when I went to college, I was like ready to work. I was ready to study. That was the only thing on my mind. So I mean, like, I know, nerd, but it's good. I mean, you're paying so much money for your education. You might as well like educate yourself. But no, this guy, like, he'd have to skip classes some days because he'd be so hungover, or he'd sleep in, he'd like forget to put on his alarm. And what really frustrated me about him and like other people who do this sort of thing is that they'll miss class because they've been up all night, and then they'll message you and be like, so what did we learn today? So can I steal your notes? So can you tell me what to do? Can you tell me how to pass this class? And it's like, dude, come to class and then you would know. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like this guy every night on Facebook would message me and ask for my notes and like ask me to record the presentations and stuff like that, and it just started to get so irritating. So there was this one week, I think it was a Tuesday or something, where we had our final presentations in our graphic design class, and we had literally been working all semester for this final presentation. It was worth most of our final grade. It was super important. So the night before this presentation, this guy was messaging me on Facebook. He's asking me all these questions about it, and I was like, listen, if I'm gonna give you any sort of advice right now, Joey, it is that you need to have a good night's rest before this presentation, okay? Don't go out partying, don't go out drinking, don't go crazy the night before. Just relax, finish your project, sleep, and come to school with a new, open, fresh mind so you're able to present and pass this class. Because Joey was literally relying on getting a good mark on this final presentation to pass his class because that's how behind he was. So you'd think, because of this, he would take the time to work really hard on his project and have a good night's sleep the rest before, and then come in the next day, present a really good project. But no, that is not what he decided to do. He told me he would, but you know, he didn't. So we all arrive on a Tuesday morning. We're all carrying our projects into class. We sit down and wait for the teacher to call each of us to go up and present. And our presentations are about, I'd say, 12 minutes each, but we literally had a 3-hour class. So everyone was basically able to go. So like half an hour goes by and I'm looking at the door and I'm like, Joey is not coming today, is he? I don't even know why I cared so much, you know what I mean? I think I just hope people want the best for themselves, you know? Like, I really like to look out for people. So I was hoping that this one day Joey would just make the effort to come to class. So I think an hour of class goes by. I've already presented, I already feel good about what I did, and I'm sitting down and suddenly, who stumbles into class? Who basically somersault stumbles into class? Joey. He was like holding his presentation folder, he stumbles in, the sheets go everywhere. The person who's presenting literally has to stop because he's made such a huge disturbance. The teacher like turns their head and looks at Joey and they're like, Joey, why are you late? What are you doing? And Joey's like, I'm here to present. And let me just say, I was sitting all the way across the classroom from the door where Joey was standing, and I could smell on his breath that he had been partying, okay? It was not a very good smell. But he like waddles over to his desk, sits down, and the teacher's not dumb, okay? The teacher can smell him, the teacher can see how he's acting, he can hear the way he's talking. Joey does not seem like he's fully there with us, you know what I mean? So the teacher's just like shaking his head, like there's not too much a teacher can do about it, like we're not in high school anymore, we're not in elementary school anymore. Whatever a student decides to do once they're in college or university, like, it's on them, you know? So finally, it's Joey's turn to present. He stands up, trips over a desk, falls on the ground, and starts laughing hysterically. So the teacher is like, Joey, please right now, for your own good, to save your own embarrassment over here, dude, please get out of the classroom. So Joey like puts his head down, looks upset, and leaves the classroom, and we're all like, why does he do this to himself? So after all of the presentations are done, we all walk out to the hallway and Joey is just like sitting on the floor looking sad, looking at his feet. I felt like somewhat bad for him, but at the same time, dude. So I walk over, help him up. I see he's in like not a good place. So I ask him if he's eaten anything, because usually when you eat food after you've had a long night of partying, it helps soak up everything else in your body to sober you up a little bit. And he said no, and then he forgot his wallet at home. So I was like, okay, Joey, stay there. I'm gonna go buy you a sandwich. So I go buy him a sandwich, bring it back to him, and he scarfs it down in like 2 seconds. And then we walk together to leave the building. And our classroom was on, I think, the 3rd floor of the building. So we had to walk down a few sets of stairs to get out of the building. And walking in front of someone who's been partying all night is not the best idea. And I've definitely learned my lesson now, because we got to the top of the stairs. I was about to take my first step down, and Joey thought it'd be the perfect perfect time in the entire world to thank me for the 4th time for his sandwich. And the way he thanked me was he took his arm, and I don't think he knew how much strength he had in him, because he whacked it on my back and was like, "Thank you, Jess," causing me to stumble forward and to fall down like 7 steps. Basically, my ankle like curled. I fell down 2, and then my butt like went all the way down the rest of them, and I was like, did this dude just push me down the stairs right now? He just wasn't doing anything right, you know? I dropped my project, all of the pages went down the stairs, my shoe fell off, I had this like scar on my elbow, I had a bruise on the back of my thigh for like 3 weeks. It was a fun time. And let me just say that from then on, I just wasn't into helping Joey on Facebook or giving him my notes anymore, because honestly at that point, you should just know and learn your lesson and just go to school, you know? And since I fell down those stairs, and for one thing, it was extremely embarrassing because all the classes were finishing, so there was like 30 people already on those stairs. So once I fell down, all of their heads turned to me, and I was like, why? So since then, I use the other staircase. There's like 2 different ones on opposite sides of the building. Both lead to the front door, and I just avoided that one because it was just like, I felt like it had bad luck. But yeah, and then the next year of college, Joey was nowhere to be found. So I don't know if he dropped out. I don't know if he switched programs. I don't really know what he did, but I really hope, looking back, that he's doing better now and that he's got his life together. And this should just sort of show you guys a lesson, even though I know you're probably smarter than that watching this, but just make sure if you're paying for your college or university, or if your parents are, it's a lot of money. If you're gonna go there, you might as well study, get your work done, do everything you need to do to graduate. If you want to have that party life, which I don't recommend it, but I don't judge, take a year off and then go. Like, there's no point in doing 2 at the same time unless it's on weekends or times where you don't have a presentation the next day, you know? But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this story. If you want me to tell more of my crazy college stories, definitely give this video a thumbs up. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!